All right, welcome to the next challenge lab. In this one, the title is Can you configure network security to allow application traffic? And basically, what we have here is a network with multiple VMs in a kind of an N-tier architecture. And what we want to try to do here is configure security or network security for that. So the first thing that we need to do is create a VNet, right? So let's go to VNet and create. We have a pre-created resource group here that we're going to use. Our first VNet is going to be the web VNet. Go over to IP addresses. We want to use the 10.10.00 IP range. And then we want to create a subnet here. It's called web. And it starts at the beginning and is a 25 size subnet. All right, and then we need to create another one. Same resource group, this one is going to be called app VNet. And we're going to use the 10.20.00 IP range for that. And in that, we want to have a subnet. It's called app, which is again a 25. And then our third VNet is going to be the DB VNet. And this time it's in 1030. And the subnet is going to be called DB. All right, then we don't want to do some peering. So we start off by going to our newly created web VNet. I'm going to peer that with app VNet. So this is going to be app VNet to web VNet. And this is going to be web VNet to app. That works. So then let's go to our app VNet. And let's peer that DB VNet. So then remote is DB VNet to app VNet. The network is DB VNet. The local link is going to be app. Okay, that seems to be working. So next we need to create some virtual machines. I'm going to put it in the same resource group. I'm going to call the first one the web VM1. The image is supposed to be Windows Server 2019. And the size should be a B2 MS. Okay. Username Azure admin, and then a fancy password. From the networking point of view, this is going into the web VNet and the website. And then we need to remember to remove the boot diagnostics here. All right, while that one is deploying, let's create another one. As you can imagine, this goes into the app VNet, so it's going to be app VM1. This one's going to be a Ubuntu 24. Size B2MS, that's okay. Authentication is going to be password based. And we're going to use the same username and password for this one. On networking, let's put this into the app VNet, that's correct. And then disable boot diagnostics again. All right, and then finally, our database. Same user resource group. I call it the DBVM1. And this time I want to have the SQL Server. Right, so I have to search for it. 2019 develop. On Windows Server 20. Okay. And we want to have SQL Server 2019 developer on Windows Server 2019 for 64 Gen 2. Perfect. And let's this one be a B2MS as well. And then let's have the same username and password here as well. From a networking point of view, this goes into the DBVNet. All of that is okay. And again, we want to disable boot diagnostics. And then for SQL Server settings, the connectivity should be private. That's correct. And then we want to have SQL authentication enabled. Well, that's taking so long. I'm just going to create the network security groups already. So we should have network security groups created for each of the instances. Let's first take a look at the web one. Sorry, it's clicked. Right, so web VM1 NSG. And this should have an inbound security rule for RDP. So let's add an inbound security rule for web traffic. So from anywhere to anywhere, destination port range 8443, HTTP and HTTPS, and we'll allow, and we're going to call that allow all web. Cool. So now we should be able to connect to our web front end using RDP. All right, I'm going to install IIS here using PowerShell. All right, so now that is done, we should be able to connect to that IP address with the browser. So let's check how it works. Just copy here, here. No, it doesn't like me. 20, 124, 81. And yeah, it works. So, okay. So in this lab, what we did is we created an n-tier network environment with 3 different virtual networks for 3 different tiers. And then we opened up access to the front end via a network security group. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next lab. Till then.